What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle with the next episode of our Rimworld playthrough by Ludion Studios. And as you can see, everybody's got little arrows flashing over their heads. That's bad. That means that they're all about to have mental breaks. The mental system in this game really needs to be worked on. Like, there's just like a razor-thin threshold between people going insane and being perfectly fine. And going insane after 11 days, like, really? Are you serious right now? I mean, I've camped on the ground, like laying on stones for more than 12 or 13 days, and it didn't affect my sanity at all. So I don't know if these people are just obsessively weak compared to your average human being. These people are just absolutely, just horribly mentally malleable. But in any case, we need to get them out of the caves. And so let's go on over. We're going to cancel the mining job, first and foremost. That should allow them to go outside and do something else for a little bit, which will make them happy. So there they go. They're running outside now. Working with nature, always going to make them a little bit happier. Just, that's the way it goes down. So if you ever need people to be happier, assign them to like farming or something, and it'll just kind of get them squared away pretty quickly. The other things that we need to get done in this episode, we want to think about maybe getting ourselves situated with the possibility of a extra little room over here that we can do all of our crafting in. We need to put in some floors over here. So I may put them on that right now. So let's go to structures and let's put in some metal tiles for all of these rooms so that everybody's a little bit happier. A wee bit happier. And then once we've done that, we want to kind of think about, we got to set up our defense room right here. All these little alcoves that I built in the previous episode, turrets are going to go in there. There's going to be sandbags in front of them to block fire so that the turrets can't get shot. And this is going to be a room that people walk into and just get moitered instantly. Now the game will try and cheat every now and again by knocking out your power right before raiders attack, which is kind of a shady thing to do considering really there's no way to survive some of the raiders without defenses. Like there's 100% no way to do it once you get further into the game. It'll be like 25 raiders versus your 11 guys and they'll have better guns than you too, and it's just like, whoa, what do I do here? Oh, did we recruit somebody? Hey, no we didn't. Never mind. I got excited over nothing. Well, hopefully we'll recruit somebody pretty soon too, and that'll work out in our best interest. He's running through feeding everybody. Right now they're just mouths that are eating up all of our delicious agave, which is disappointing. But whatever. They can have my food so long as they decide to join up later. Is he getting happier? Get happier. Stop being such a stick in the grass, man. You're being a stick in the mud. You're not even a stick in grass. You're a stick in mud. And once we get these floors put in, life should be a little bit happier for everybody involved. Great. And so now all we can really do is hang in here and like absolutely hope that we never get hit with a solar flare right before raiders attack us. And that's kind of the RNG aspect of this game. If RNG drives you crazy, just like, I would strongly suggest that you just save scum this game, because it's one of those games that every now and again, who do we get? Oh, we got Anessa, good. So what is Anessa good at? Let's take a look at her skills. Anessa's pretty good at everything. So I'm going to give her crafting maybe. I mean, just add to her list of stuff that she's good at and then she can help with everything else. We need to put in power conduits too. I just realized that. Let's put in some power conduits. And once everybody's a bit happier, we can get back to mining out this big room right here. We should have a couple days until we get attacked by raiders. They say that you get at least 5 to 10 days in between raiders, but it seems to be 3 to 4 to me. Like, you really got to keep moving and doing stuff in between the in between the pages, like in the crease lines. You've got to be getting stuff done. Otherwise, if you wait for the raiders to just never come, it'll never happen. Like, the raiders are always just on the horizon with you in this game. So we're harvesting out the food from the previous episode. That's really nice. That's going to help us out. And then once we've got all of our twigs and berries and things, we can then go through, and what I'd like to do here is give the mining order on that side to go out about that far, and we'll also mine that out about that far. And this is going to be the room in which we handle all of our general all of our general business. So like carving stone blocks, we're going to be able to get our nutrient paste from in here. Hopefully nobody goes insane while they're doing this. Cross is our main man miner, our main woman miner. Is that a man or a woman? I can't tell. Female, okay. I mean, I guess she's a little bit more curvy. She's got breastises. All right. And what we need to do now is we need to get this squared away. So if we can get the, oh good, we've got ore. Fantastic. We were getting a little bit, well not like low, but we've got about 1,000 metal, and that's usually the point at which I start looking for more sources of metal. A cargo unit has fallen from space, from Space, and it's over there. That's too far. I'm not going to send them out to go get that. That is way too far. Come on. Yeah, they're done. Almost there, but not quite. Still working on it. And you'll see now that we've got these floor plates in. I don't know what it is about having a floor, but it makes these people ridiculously happy. They must have come from a society that totally and completely based itself on flooring. Like, give me carpet or give me death. Because if they don't have carpet, they are just upset at you all the time. They are just not pleased with their lot in life. Never mind the fact that some people grew up with dirt floors. My grandfather, for example, had dirt floors growing up. He grew up on an Indian reservation. So there's that. So some people make do even into modernity. Alright, so we've got that done. Let's start putting in some furniture in here to make sure that it's lit enough for us to get work done. And once all that's in place, we'll put in a research desk right there. We also want a stonecutter's table around here somewhere, so I suppose we'll put it like right there. Put in a butcher's table so that we can eat some of the critters that are around. We'll also do a cook stove. And we'll cut ourselves, for the future, we'll make a little divot right there so that we can make another storage room right here so that we can get food more rapidly and make meals and actually be really, really happy. Once you can make cooked meals, they are stoked. They are happy to be part of life. And then from there, the other things that I'd like is I would love 100%. Let's take a power conduit. We'll drop that in like right there. There we go. Power conduit. And for our buildings, we'll go to the nutrient paste dispenser. We'll put a new one of those in here just in case. We'll get a hopper. And then that's the next thing we're going to get working on. You've got more than enough metal right now, so it may also be a good idea to start with security. So let me get some furniture in place here. I'm going to stick a lamp right there in the center of the room. In fact, we'll put it down here so that it looks at least a little bit better. And what we'll do there is we'll start getting our security in place as well. So we need turrets. And to have turrets, we need money, or we need metal anyways. We've got plenty of metal, so this might be the time to start putting those in place. The other thing we need is a little curve in this right here to kind of dictate the flow of enemies through, because if they just walk right here, they'll start fighting with the turrets from down the hall. It's a pain in the ass. What you want them to do is walk around this corner and just get butchered by turrets on all directions. If you can manage it. It works out pretty well if you can get the system in place. It's just there's a little bit of like wiggle room, so sometimes it doesn't work the way you want it to, sometimes it does. There's really no cutoff. There's a lot of RNG in this game. The power just went out. Oh, it's because he got rid of the conduit right there. Okay. So what else is going wrong here? I guess we've just got that dark area because they haven't put in any of the lighting. That's fine. Okay, I was worried. I was like, why do we have this big like dark hole over here in the corner of the room? Making me feel upset. I don't like it when there's dark holes. Like when you were a little kid and you were up in bed and there was like that dark corner of the room that you just tried not to look at the entire time. You're just like, nope. I'm going to stare at the wall. I'm not going to look over there. Because the second I look over there, I'm going to start getting freaked out. Then I'm going to be like, ma'am! And then my parents are going to be pissed off because it's 2:30 in the morning. Alright, so we've got turrets. What do you do with turrets? You turn them the hell off because they use a lot of electricity. So as you can see, we're finally draining electricity. What we want to do is we want to turn these off by double-clicking all of them, and then you press the V key. It'll turn all of them off so that they're not draining power, and that'll allow us to keep a surplus. Once raiders show up, we'll be like, hey raiders, guess what? Turreted in the face! And that's how they're going to deal with that. Let's go to zoning now, and we're going to create a growing zone, which no, that is not the place. Let's see here. We'll place 2 of those. And of course, the growing zone is not the place that HR sends you when you've said something inappropriate at the workplace. Although it sounds like it is. You know what? 2 weeks at the growing center. You got to go to the growing zone. You have to go there. You have to become a better person. It does sound like the sort of place they might send you, but indeed it is not. And if we can finish off this room before this episode ends, I'd be pretty happy. Like if we can get all this in place, we're going to be stacked. I mean, we've got all of the bare essentials. So we've got defense, something to keep us safe. We also want to watch out for enemies with grenades. That's the other problem, is if we get a bunch of enemies with grenades, it's really going to backfire on us. Since all the fire is coming from over here right now, I may also put in some sandbags along this side so that we can join in on the fight. I don't know if that's a wise decision or not. It may be a bad decision. I got a frog in my throat right there. Whoever came up with that, like somebody actually had a frog caught in their throat one time and was like, "Rrr," and they just like made like a weird noise. And that's like, you got a frog in your throat, or is it just, it's probably just, it's based on like the onomatopoeia of somebody, never mind. Whatever. We're off the point right now. We are way off the point. I'm going to leave that nutrient dispenser where it's at. I don't think it needs to move just yet until we have a good food supply. Hopefully we'll get strawberries and potatoes up and running. Some weird Iron Chef action right there. It's like my new strawberry coated potatoes. Do you guys like it? I mean, I feel like it really mixes the flavors. I feel as though the flavors are intensely mixed right now. And they're on opposite ends of the spectrum. You've got very bland and starchy, but then you've also got very fleshy and sweet. Like, yeah, those two things don't seem like they would go together. It's like peanuts and oranges. Just like, I don't know. I am skeptical of this combination. All right, so the planting is now almost done. I want to give everybody a gat now. We need everybody with guns. So let's send her over there to get a pistol. Send him over there to get a pistol. 2 pistols over here. A pistol for everyone! Pistols in the sky! Yay! I'm leaving the Leon field there for a reason, because it sucks. Don't use the Leon field if you can help it. Punch people to death before you use the Leon field, because it's got a really long range, but its aim time is absurd. Like, it takes you a good, like, I think 4 seconds to aim the on-field, and regardless, it doesn't do enough damage to justify how long it takes to aim at a raider, so just think about that, just in case. Now, we need to put in new flooring over here so that they're not getting grumpy every time they're in that area. But I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to use smooth stone for this. Now, why would you use smooth stone? Smooth stone doesn't cost you any resources. That's why you would use smooth stone. Smooth stone is really, really awesome if you don't have the resources to, like, pave or put in carpeting in your location, but you do have a lot of people ready to work, and you've got a lot of time on your hands. They take a lot longer to install than anything else. Looks like Big Cook is slowly going insane now. Why are you going insane, Big Cook? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm falling off the edge of the earth. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. He's urgently hungry. Okay, well then go eat, man. Like, how are you going to let yourself starve to death? Do we not have any food? Oh, we're out. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Okay, well, let's send people out then. Let's cancel this job. Me not paying attention, like always. Let's see here. Where is some close food? We do have raiders showing up, which could present a major issue for the food gathering process. Hopefully they're not close to this location either. Okay, so good, they're not. If they're close to the location, they start their attack early. They're just like, no, please don't. Please don't hit me. I don't want to be struck today. I am not in the mood. I think we've just about deforested this entire area, so it's a good thing we got farming up and running, because this could be one of our last foraging runs. Alright, let's get them out there. Everybody, including Big Cook, go eat. I command you, Big Cook, go and get yourself some food, and put it in your mouth vessel. Nom 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 nom. There he goes. So he is now eating some berries, and he's feeling better. And that should actually jump his happiness. Yeah, look how high his happiness went up the second he got something to eat. He's like me. He gets grumpy. Oh, they're coming for us. Alright, so what we want to do now is we're going to gather everybody up outside. And what is that? A local squirrel has gone crazy and will attack anyone it sees. Hopefully it attacks them first. Oh, it did. There it is. It's attacking them. That's funny. So anyways, they were attacked by a raging squirrel, and Weedles. Weedles was attacked by a squirrel. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Although I guess it would have been funnier if Squirrel was attacked by a squirrel. But if Jimmy got attacked by a squirrel, you could say that there's a squirrel nomming on my Jimmy. I mean, that's kind of funny too. You don't want to allow them the opportunity to burn your base down. Just like something to be aware of. Because they will attempt to burn your base down if you don't get their aggro. And so now what we really want to do is let's fall back. And we're going to go into a room with some lighting. Oh, we need to turn these back on. Yikes. Let's turn the turrets back on. We also need to see what weapons they have. Got like a bunch of pistols. Frag grenades. So that guy's bad. That guy's a big issue right there. And so let's see how this thing works out. Ah, he got one off. So that's one turret down, but we did kill the guy with the frag grenades before anything else went wrong. And so now we're going to put our guys in the room. We're going to help out a wee bit. Looks like we're going to lose 2 turrets. Another guy down. The conduits have been busted. Okay, so that's why I needed to put that in right there. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to it yet. Alright, well the conduits are down. We're probably going to have to deal with some insanity pretty shortly. Let's let him off the hook so that he's not going crazy. Okay, so they're running away. Let's let everybody off the hook. And so now we need to have the corpses hauled. Let's have Big Cook capture that pilot too. And then from there, how close is she? She saw somebody die. That's the big one right there, is observed corpse. Oh, she's got a lot going on. Okay, so she's got to get some food. Otherwise, she's just not going to make it. And unfortunately, the crops are not ready to go yet. A traveler named Rennie is traveling by. She is a wandering minstrel. A local boom rat is now attacking anybody it sees. Why are they called boom rats, by the way? Well, there's a reason, I assure you. There's a reason why it's called a boom rat. Is that guy dead or alive? Okay, that guy's dead. Never mind. We don't care about him. We also want to get some of these guns and things taken care of. So we've got a little bit of extra metal. We've got some repairs to do. Let's get people going with the repairs to the power infrastructure first. And yes, this is how it's going to go for the rest of the game. You will spend an assload of your time just like repairing your power grid after every single attack. It gets wiped out pretty frequently. Somebody is fighting with a boom rat right now. Okay, there it is. They're called boom rats because they explode when you kill them. I don't know why there's rodents on this planet that are filled with kerosene or they're filled with propane or something. I'll tell you what. Our plants haven't been growing for some weird reason, so we're still out of food. Like, we still have like a major food-related issue here. But on the bonus side, if you were looking at if you're trying to look at the shiny end of the rainbow rather than like the ass end, we can now get out here and we can harvest some of this stuff. So I'm going to send them on some long harvesting runs. And that should get us through eventually. Power's back on, so we should be able to avoid anybody going crazy. A local boom rat has again, I don't know what it is. There's got to be some like rabies running around here or something. Like, definitely some major boom rat problems at this given time. The power grid should be back up very shortly. Fighting a boom rat in the darkness. Sounds like the setup for a horror movie or something. Please don't lose a fight to a boom rat. Like it. Oh my god, I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I hate you all. You are all morons. Put out the fire first. Here, put out... Do I have to tell you to do this manually? Put out the fire first. Oh my god, it's one step outside the zone. Okay. Now we shall put out our fires. Big Cook is very on fire right now. That's bad. And the game is running in slow motion because some reason, I don't know. The game always defaults to slow motion. Like every 2 seconds it's defaulting to slow motion. I wish it would just stay in speedy mode. We need to fix all the stuff that's broken now. Cross has to go to bed for a bit, so she's not going to be working. If we get an eclipse right now, we are boned. We are 100% toast. We will walk funny if we get an eclipse right now. We also need to prioritize getting these corpses up out of the way. Stopping that forest fire, too, is probably a good thing. So let's prioritize hauling some of these corpses up and out of the way, because every time we walk past them, we're getting a negative happiness. And so we want them to not be in our base anymore. And now for Squirrel. We need to have him... There we go, friendly chat. We'll have him convert over in just a minute. And then we do the same thing with him. No, we didn't, actually. We have a bunch of people just waiting to be converted, and we haven't gotten around to it. Okay, and I don't suppose anybody's just going to, like, pick up that body on the way by, right? Yeah, go do that, please. And that's a big thing. Like, you can right-click on any, like, based on the job that you're trying to do. So let's say it's a military task. If you right-click on something, you can prioritize them doing it. And I'm not burying people for a reason. Burying people in this game is totally pointless. Although I am burying Cross right now because she's hungry and she's eating berries. So I just made up my own verb. But anyways, burying people takes too long. Takes too much space. Not worth it. I bury my own. Sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I just throw them in the ditch. Whatever. This is Rimworld. This is Rimworld. You can't dictate the rules and the law here. Because there is none. We need to find ourselves some more metal. So let's take a look. Oh, his loyalty's pretty low right now. Why is everybody always urgently hungry here? We have, like, food laying around, I think. Ah, well. What can you do? This is going to be kind of that, like, tighten your belt period. A local squirrel has gone mad and is now attacking anyone that it sees. Oh god, the horror! Why? Here it comes. It's a ravenous squirrel. I got attacked by a squirrel one time. It only chased me, though. It didn't try and, like, bite me or jump on me or anything. But it was definitely interested in my blood. You can actually start butchering some of this stuff, too. So let's go to our butcher table. We'll put in a bill. We'll tell them to butcher everything, or I'm sorry, to butcher anything. And we'll do that on the repeatable. There we are. And so hopefully somebody should jump in right. There's a squirrel in my base trying to kill me. Lovely. There's also a boom rat right there. So yeah, we've got lots of food that we could potentially consume right now in our base just based on like rats and things that are laying around. And so we've got a bit of time on our hands before our crops grow. Please don't hit me with a solar eclipse right now. If we get hit with a solar eclipse, game over, because our crops will stop growing and we will be in a situation. It will be a very, very sticky situation. There we go. And so now she's butchered. Oh, she ate the meat raw. That is nar. That is hardcore. She just grabbed that boom rat and just went, just ate it on up. That does, however, give us a small food supply for the next couple days that's right next to our base. And that can be synthesized into paste, or you could use it at the cooking table too. Which I should probably turn on a cooking table at some point, but I'll wait until we've got a little bit better of a supply chain. Yes, the berries are done. So we finally have strawberries. And so now that our strawberries are... Where did raiders have landed nearby? Jump to location. Okay. Got a pistola, frag grenades, pistol. Alright, so we probably want to replace some of the defenses that were out here. But then again, how's our sanity looking? Because I could just have my own people like stand in and help out. They've all got to witness somebody. So like I told you, if you look at the dates right now, the game, like, there's raider attacks too frequently, in my opinion. They're way too frequent. I would rather they be bigger and less frequent, to be honest. Just like to keep the difficulty like bigger and bigger, but just like have them happen less often, because they happen so much right now that I feel like for a game that's built around building, you spend way too much time fighting. But then again, maybe that's me. Maybe some people really, really like the fighting. Throw a couple of those bad boys in there if we can manage it. And we haven't recruited anybody in a really, really long time. That's still not enough metal? God. Alright, well, we are hosed, probably. We're going to do our best, though. Yeah, everybody outside. Line up the gunfight. Oh, God, we've been hit. Okay, so there goes... Grenades are too accurate right now. That's another thing that I would tell you, is like you really... In terms of changes, like, grenades need to have some fail chance where they don't always go directly to their target and also instantly kill their target instantly. Or, like, limit the ammo on them or something. But, like, some change needs to be made to the grenades, because at the moment they're just a little too beefy. I'm just going to sit everybody down here, and we'll just kind of get into a firefight, I guess. Unfortunately, yeah, we just got a bad bout of RNG. We're not going to survive this. This dude's over here being a cheesy squeezy with grenades, which is ridiculous. Rescue cross. Like, really? How are you guys... Alright, so the raiders are now running away. Let's rescue Cross. We'll rescue Big Cook, although I don't really think there's a point in maintaining this game, to be honest. We're pretty much dead as it stands already. Because we simply don't have, like, the metal supplies we need. Yeah, I mean... I suppose what I'll probably do is let the prisoners die if I have to. And then let's get back in here. And we gotta go to our structural menu. This could be iffy for us. Let's get the power grid back up and running. First and foremost, because obviously that's problematic. No, don't do that. Damn it. What are you doing? Okay, so that's idiot move number 1 right there. You will learn that they are incredibly stupid and they have no real... Like, you can either micromanage every single thing that they do, or you can just assume that they're stupid and let them do whatever it is that they're going to do at any given time. I should probably also assign somebody to doctoring in case these guys are too injured. Because that means if it takes too long for them to revive, it means somebody will bring them some food. And if they starve to death, I don't care. It's not a big deal. They are on the back burner right now as far as things happening around the office goes. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to survive this one. We got too many raider attacks too close to each other. A lot of raider attacks just right there in the same vicinity. I may try and mine out all of this to get some more metal, but I don't even know if we would get that done. And it might just be a bad idea to begin with, because then that leaves a big hole in our wall. There's no metal up there. There's no metal down there. We do need to haul these corpses. So let's go ahead and do that. Big Cook's back up and running, so he's probably going to spend a little bit of time here doing some warden stuff and also feeding himself. Let's get all the pistols ready to haul. We could really use a couple more hands right now. Like, if we could pull that off and get ourselves a couple more people, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to mine that out right there. This is kind of the miner's equivalent of eating your own shoe leather right now. It's kind of wiping out my own walls just so I can get at some of the stuff that I need. It's okay, though. Yeah, so there's the doctoring right there. So Cross is now back up. The power grid is restored. We've got one more turret back up, but we need to get some, like, metal right this second. If we don't get some metal, we are probably going to be going the way of the buffalo real soon. Now, we could trade for some metal if we set up a... Why is this not working anymore? Why has this shut down? That is problematic. It should just be switching to be pulling power from there. I don't know why it's... Whatever. Some things, it's alpha. It's alpha. Some things just don't work the way you want them to. Like, it should just swap that, like, it's drawing power from this wall, but that wall got cut off, so it should just switch to this wire. Like, I don't know. I don't make as a rules. And so the eclipse came at a perfect time when we were actually doing our harvest, so that's fine. That's great. Other things that we want to turn our attention to in an appropriate fashion are going to be finding some metal. So as soon as the harvest is done, definitely going to have to put them on that. But on the plus side, we have plenty of food now. So we're swapping one project. Oh, and we had a cargo container land right next to our base, it looks like. Oh, yeah, we did. Okay, cool. So good things are happening right now. Happy, happy things. I'll tell them to haul that. That's going to be an extra, like, what? Like 120 metal. That's like nothing. Never mind. It's not happy. It's terrible. Is the farming done at least? Okay, so the farming is finished off. That's fine. Hopefully everybody wakes up shortly. And also we convert some people shortly. Like, we really need more hands on deck for this. Like, way more hands on deck. Like, we do absolutely have stuff to get done here. Okay, so we're just now getting to what I queued up last time. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's okay. It's alright. We'll keep our eye on it. On the plus side, that might land us a little bit more ore than initially expected. Oh, good. Semyon's in now. So what is Semyon good at? And where is he at? Where did he run off to? Semyon! Oh, he was the Joy Wirer. Okay, so let's have a look at his abilities. He can't do manual labor, which is a little weak, but that's okay. We'll give him, like, everything else, I guess. Wait, it said he... What? He doesn't do plants and he doesn't do hauling. That's a little weird. I guess mining doesn't count as manually done work, but the others do. What do I know? Whatever. And so now we need to put somebody on research too. So let's go ahead and go with gun turret cooling, because we need defenses first and foremost. Defenses that are not going to fail on us. And once we have those, we'll put in a few more turrets. We got 3 right now. I think we could use like 9 or 10. That seems to be the point at which where you've got like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and you've got them like all surrounding. Then you just like wipe people out left and right, and it doesn't even matter. And you just kind of hope the guys with the grenades don't do too much damage before you get them. Semyon, grab a pistol. Because we could be shooting the next fight out. That is a definite concern of mine right now, is that you usually don't want to engage in open shootouts. It's probably a bad plan a lot of the time, but I mean, every now and again you got caught up doing it. For that, we're going to tell him to make some stone blocks from the stonecrafter's table, and he's just going to grab stone blocks from wherever he can. Whenever somebody gets a second, and if we haven't hauled out these dead bodies soon, we're going to need to. Is she tired? No. So, never mind then. Prioritize hauling Julie. You do Ryu. His name is Ryu. What the hell is a fabulist? I have no idea. The fabulist sounds like, I don't know, like the list they might have to get you into like the Oscars or something. It's just a combination of 2 words that don't make sense to me as a peasant. Anyways. I probably want to start drawing some of the metal back into the house. And we need to do a launch pad pretty soon too. So let's go ahead and make a launch pad. Now, why do you want a launch pad? Why do you want a launch pad? You want a launch pad for a number of reasons. Namely, it allows you to set up goods to be traded. And we've got a lot of extra guns and things, so we're going to start trying to make some money here in the near future. But I think I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Rimworld by Ludion Studios. If you wanted to get the game, the information is down below. It's really quite good. It's been a long time since I've had a game that both challenged me and frustrated me like this game. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.